Yeah, I'm fixing the camera, you know, because sometimes I don't have it properly. Awesome! What up guys, welcome back to Film and Talking. Nice to see you around. So on today's video I'm going to talk about sports, right, and different places as well that you should go in order to practice these sports in order to kill it in 2024, right? Because in my opinion, you should combine different sports at the same time, right, in order to improve and get to like super high and like in a really well state when it comes to the physique, right? And if you start doing these sports and combining them from next year for like at least 2 to 3 years, right? You're gonna get into a cycle where you're gonna become pretty much invincible actually. So yeah, let's go into the first one. So the first one is to do a sport that where it involves and where you train as many muscles as possible, or like basically that you train the whole body, right? And two examples of sports where you train the whole body are first swimming. That's an example of sport where you train the whole body, right? You have to move your legs, you have to move your arms, and yeah, that's basically, it's really complete when it comes to, and also like helps you out on the spine in order to reinforce you the spine. So yeah, I recommend like training at least 3 to 4 days per week, like get into the water, right? And also if you're like a person that tends to like sweat a lot, if you train on the water, then you will not have this problem, for example. So that's the first one. The second sport is also on the water, and it's to do water polo. Because water polo, the sport of water polo involves training a lot of muscles, basically the whole body, and this is the key. You have to constantly, all the time, be keeping, like standing on the water. Exactly, standing. You have to stand on the water for a lot of time, right? So because of that fact, like the muscles from the waist to the bottom, you have to be all the time constantly moving your legs, and that helps you out on a lot on making those muscles bigger, right? So yeah, that's basically the two sports. I also want to comment that there's another one which is like underwater rugby. So like, but basically sports that involve into water, because water actually is a dense mass, because moving your body in water is at least 3 to 5 times more difficult water as opposed to moving it on the outside, right, on the air. So because of that, because there's density on the water, on this element, then yeah, you basically train more the muscles and they become bigger and stronger in a shorter phase. So that's basically the sports. And then those sports that I was mentioning, but apart from that, you also have to combine that with gym, right? If you combine both a sport like this and then the gym, that's pretty much it that you need when it comes to sport. Because like when with combining this sport with gym, you're gonna be reinforcing, and then you're gonna be like defining those muscles that you are training on the water, I mean on the sport. And then yeah, like completely they are gonna complete you. And also because so many guys, for example, they tend to just train the muscles from the upper body and not the low. So in that case, if you're like standing all the time on the water, then they will not even need to, or like you will need to train less the muscles from the legs, like from the waist to the bottom. Yeah, that's basically. And so I recommend to going at least 2 to 3 times per week to the gym, right? And train do different exercises when it comes to the full body, but especially the ones from the top, like yeah, basically from waist up to the shoulders, and the arms, as well as the torso, and well as the ones from the neck, for example. The ones from the neck will be another example. So yeah, that's basically it. And the third is that you should be able to do sport that involves fighting, because in my opinion it's the skill of fighting and being able to defend yourself whatever situation happens in your life. That's super important. So at least 1 to 2 days per week do like boxing. So join a club, a local club, or even train with some friends, or even to have a personal coach up to that point if you can afford it. So yeah, that's basically when it comes to this sport. But then there's also sparring, so you can also again join some club. So, but yeah, that's basically everything that I wanted to say when it comes to these sports. Make sure that after Christmas and after all the holidays, you start, if you haven't at least, start doing constant sport, and be constant, definitely going every week and doing every week and having a routine when it comes to sport, because in my opinion after work, that's basically the most important thing that you have in life. Doing sport is absolutely important, and I encourage everyone watching these videos to do that and have the same constancy in their job or in their career, as well as on the sports, because basically sport keeps lives and extends people's lives. So that's a skill and something that you should definitely do every week. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll link another video here, right, which you should definitely watch. Thank you so much for watching, and stay friendly.